Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of different things. We'll start it off with this. So, I run a golf company, and, I would never follow Sports Illustrated ever unless they followed one of my companies. And so I stumbled across a Sports Illustrated Instagram post earlier today, which, failing company, might I add. They had the Raiders at, I believe, 9-8. They had the Broncos at something crazy like 11-6, something just absolutely absurd. And I will give credit to the writer. I don't know who it was. I will give credit to the writer saying, they could easily see the Broncos and the Raiders switching positions. I will make it known right here again for like the 80th time this summer. There is not a single soul afraid of the Denver Broncos, and there is not a single soul on planet Earth afraid of Russell Wilson as a quarterback. That extension today was just a very sad, desperate move in my opinion. I'm not trying to slander the Denver Broncos, but it is a failed system. So, my point is this. I was watching, or reading, a article where the Raiders weren't even in the playoffs. They were barely above 500, which, I know it's a loaded AFC West, but any article that has the Broncos ahead of the Raiders, and please hold me to this, I just don't really respect it. I don't really even look at it. Hunter Renfrow is a big golfer, and he follows my golf company, and I wanted to quote the Instagram post and, tag him and say, look at this. But, obviously, I would never do that, and that's, I just wouldn't do that. That's a pure satirical joke. So, the Raiders getting slandered is something I have quickly, coming from the Green Bay Packers franchise, it's something I've quickly gained accustomed to. And so I was reading an article on Yardbarker, and they were talking about all 32 teams in the league, why they will win the Super Bowl and why they won't win the Super Bowl. And I wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys because, we're less than 10 days away. We're getting close to a week away from the start of the NFL season. And to be quite frank with you, I'm a little bit, I don't know what in the world to post. I really don't. I'll just be honest with you guys. You guys have seriously blessed this channel last, several videos. You guys are, to be quite honest with you, changing my life. Each day at a time, everyone watching this video, you are changing my life. So I appreciate you guys so much. So I wanted to go ahead and share this article from Yardbarker. And here, let's just get into it. Let's just cut to the chase. All right, why they will. Vegas made a massive splash in the offseason by not only hiring Josh McDaniels, but also bringing in superstar wide receiver Davante Adams to the fold. It's an exciting development for a team that made the playoffs last season with Derek Carr playing well at quarterback. The defense also has reason to be optimistic after adding Chandler Jones and Rock Ya-Sin. Why they won't. Big weaknesses in the team's personnel remain. I would love to hear where that lies. The offensive line has big issues at multiple positions, and the secondary remains a work in progress due to some poor drafting from the former regime. McDaniels also has a mixed history during his last stop as an NFL head coach in Denver, and the AFC West is set to be as brutal as ever. So I will give a lot of credit to Yardbarker. This is to me, as far as I'm concerned, coming from a Chicagoan, a non-biased take, and, if you're taking a team at just first glance, I would, this is illogical. This is just straight up logical. Yes, they added some pieces, but at the same time, they had the 28th ranked offensive line last season. Josh McDaniels, technically, while I am very big on him, and, I'll talk about this in a second, but basically the issue is, Josh McDaniels in Denver, it was just straight up catastrophe. It was literally just probably as bad as it possibly could have gone, and he was basically just trying to be Bill Belichick 2.0, and I'm not trying to spew life advice on a lot of you guys, as a lot of you guys are older than me, a lot more knowledgeable, you've had a lot more life experience. I'm only 23, but yes, no shit, don't try and copy another person, and base that as your personality or your skill set. So I really feel like Josh McDaniels learned a very, very, very valuable lesson. Just be you, bro. Just be you, bro. I don't I don't want Bill Belichick as my head coach. Well, maybe if it was Bill Belichick, I'd feel a little bit different. I don't want a makeshift Bill Belichick as my coach. All right, Josh McDaniels showed very clearly to me, first off, when he got hired as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, but more specifically in the preseason games, this guy showed me a lot. The culture is set, the culture is built, the work is being done. This whole organization is having no nonsense. All right, Alex, yes, the old regime drafted you at 17th overall just a year ago. But guess what? You sucked. You sucked. You probably shouldn't have been drafted at 17th. Still a talented football player in regards, but at the same time, 17th was definitely a little bit of a leap. It was definitely a little bit of a stretch. I think Alex Leatherwood, more so down the line is going to be a component for a offensive line or for a team, but I don't think it'll happen in Chicago. It definitely won't happen this upcoming season, but they have just this no nonsense build to them. We're not all right, Mullen, all right, Leatherwood, yes, you guys were high draft picks, yes, the old regime was high on both of you cats, but listen, you're either not producing or you can't stay healthy and we can't trust you. So I don't care how good you are. I don't care how much money you're getting paid. We can't tolerate this. And just this no-nonsense attitude from the Raiders coaching staff, top to bottom, it just has me amped up, guys. It just straight up has me amped up. And, talking about the offensive line, I really can understand it. My only issue nowadays is, Alex Leatherwood probably wasn't going to be a starter on the offensive line. And any article, I'm reading an article right here on PFF.com. What we learned this is several days old, keep that in mind. What we learned from from the Las Vegas Raiders. The offensive line is a major concern. And it's just all about Alex Leatherwood. It's all right, I don't think he really looked better. I don't think he really showed that many improvements. It seemed like it was just going to be a long headache. Maybe you'll see some bright spots, but it didn't look like with Leatherwood that until a couple of years down the line, like this year, maybe we'd see some bright spots, but I think for the most part we'd see a bunch of inconsistency. I'd rather go with whoever the Raiders feels fit at right tackle. And it's looking like it's going to be Jermaine Illuminor and Thayer Munford Jr. And I am big on both of those two guys. I think Jermaine is well capable of taking that starting right tackle role. And if he's not, Thayer is right there with him. Both of those two cats' work ethic. Everyone on the offensive line, I like their work ethic. And I'm not trying to rag on Leatherwood in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, put up or shut up. They're just not joking around here. They're not messing around. They know what is at stake. And it just has me amped, guys. It just has me amped. I'm not trying to create this hype. I just am genuinely amped. And I don't know what else to do in the next week when there's no football in general, let alone Raiders football. I cannot wait. Whether or not you like the Raiders or the Chargers, if you're just a football fan in general, you're going to love Raiders-Chargers week 1. Because it's not going to get, Super Bowl playoffs, whatever. It's going to get better than that technically. But week 1, it's not going to get better than that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button as always. Straight up, appreciate all the love you guys been showing me, man. For real. Peace.